everyone. So today I will represent Forum 3. We will talk about the topic 6. Our topic is about standardization and adaptation. So I am Quân, and our group will include Mai, Quê, Linh, Bảo, and Vivi.
So, hello everyone, my name is Bao, and today we will talk about the definition of standardizations before we move on into the adaptation part of the marketing strategy. So in order to gain a deeper insight about how different they are, I will go to the standardization part first, and then we will have another presenter to go through the adaptation part, definition. So first let's move on to its definition. So standardization means that an integrated use of the same marketing mix in all countries according to Rand Council in 2021, which means that the mix of the market includes product, price, place, promotion, people, process, and physical evidence. They remain the same. So what does this mean for companies when they apply standardizations into marketing strategy? So in this case, the firm, they simply replicate without any changes the same procedure, the same strategy in different markets where it completely operated. In general, it means that they adopt the standardization strategy, or those that are exporting for the first time, or those companies who want to save on cost production. And the globalizations of the market, which means that consumers and customers, companies that offer a market that is global can offer the same product in multiple countries, catering to a wide range of customers. It also have a competitive advantage because the company, when you offer a standard product, and that can provide like a lot of competitive advantages. First of all is the scale of economy allowed to be introduced to the competitive pricing, and furthermore, a standard product can have a quick response time to the market, which means that you can provide a large amount of quantity into the market without having any control, without having control on the price. So without having too many control over the price, like reducing or increasing, which keeps your product more stable. Let's look at a few examples of here. We have Starbucks and Jollibee. So let's talk about Starbucks first. So when you come to Starbucks in America, in Canada, in France, in Vietnam, for example, the interior, first of all, they remain the same. It gives you a very modern feeling, a feeling that when you go to America, you have very modern buildings, and Starbucks companies also confirm themselves that they want to give their customers an authentic American experience. So they want to keep the interior the same in any location around the world. So it doesn't matter if you go to a Starbucks in Canada, or it doesn't matter if you go to a Vietnam Starbucks, you will get the feeling of the American feeling, like the American dream that the people have been always wanted for. Next up, we'll move to Jollibee. This one is very simple. So take a look at example, like for their chicken bucket, for example. When you go to Jollibee, you buy a chicken bucket, the amount of chicken in one bucket will remain the same, even if you're buying it from Singapore or even in Canada. The flavor are also the same, the price are also the same. They also have included rice in their menu, which also appears in every single menu. Whether you're in North America, whether you're in Asia, there will always be a rice option for people who want to enjoy having the Asian cuisine in other countries. This means that standardization basically replicates every single thing that the company has been put out without any changing in order to fit in with the current market they're in. This is very different from adaptation, which we will learn on when the next presenter will present.
Hello, my name is Lynn. Today I'm going to talk about the drawbacks and the benefits of standardizations applying to marketing. As you can see that standardizations help to streamline processes, integrate waste, and improve overall efficiency. Standardized norms, guidelines, and terminologies improve communications and collaboration within and between the companies, but it also allows various systems, technologies, or components to function easily, and fostering integration and interoperability. And finally, this introducing the products on new markets will be easier. And for the drawbacks of the standardizations, as you can see, the first is that it makes the opportunities is a great risk since the brand might fail to resonate with customer diversity, but it also help the concept of a single product might not be appropriate or suitable for a different market. Finally, its limit potential in which are unavoidable. For example, take Starbucks as an example. As you know that Starbucks in the Europe, they have a remain menu accessible for everyone, but when it comes to the other countries like Vietnam, where a place well known for its coffee, the menu is not really suit for the customers. So the Starbucks on this way have to make another marketing plan to marketing.
About my part, I will talk about the definition of adaptation. Adaptation means that each country or market has its marketing mix. The adaptation strategy is geared towards meeting the needs of the market, planning all business activities with the aim of efficiently meeting the specific needs and respecting the values of global consumers. We can take as an example beer companies. When entering a new market, we can see that one country can prefer non-alcoholic beer. The company then has to adapt to the situation and, for instance, decide to produce more beer, which results preferable for the chosen country or market. As in the case of the standardization, the adaptation strategy is better suited in the presence of the following factors such as difference in between customer or consumers, difference in local competitive conditions, different in local legal conditions, and high degree of service in the company's offering. There are many companies that have used the adaptation strategy, and here are some of our examples include Coca-Cola and Netflix. They have changed their campaigns for their target customers.
I'm Claire and I'm gonna talk about the benefit and drawback of adaptation. First, the benefit is to increase relevance by adapting strategy, messaging, and service to local markets and customer preference. The second is to competitive advantage comes from the ability to adapt and react quickly to change in market conditions or customer preference. Last is localize the brand by adjusting branding, packaging, and marketing materials to make it feel more authentic and trustworthy. The second is the drawbacks. First is to increase costs associated with adaptive marketing efforts to multiple markets, and the brand image will be inconsistent if there is too much adaptation between markets, and reducing brand confusion in messaging. The last is risk of cultural missteps and flash due to inappropriate adaptation or misunderstanding of culture. For example, Netflix spend a lot of money on marketing, like they are very good at catching those trending movies on different countries, and based on those trending movies, they're gonna create advertisement and release is on YouTube, on TikTok, or any social networks, and they invest money on that advertisement to make it more like popular, like become a hot trend, and people gonna download Netflix and pay money for Netflix to make an account on VIP account to watch movies.
So hello, my name is Wu. So I will answer the case study questions. So first, our case study questions is: do marketers follow adaptations or standardization where they target business to business customer or B2B marketing? Yeah. And our answer is like well-tailored sales is planned. Most successful B2B marketing strategies leverage elements of both. This means when you want to create a marketing campaign for the company, you can choose both adaptation or standardization, because when you choose the adaptation, you can change to match with your audience targets or your customer, maybe, or when you want to keep it remain like you want to be the unique, you can go with the standardization. Yeah. And here, as I mentioned, standardization at the foundation is when you create a core brand message and set of marketing material that represent the company's overall value proposition. Yeah, and adaptation for the difference. Yeah, you know that. And this will be like a little difference in maybe countries or even in Vietnam. Even in Vietnam, when you eat phở, you eat phở. This will be the difference taste when you eat phở in Saigon or you eat phở in Hanoi, right? Yeah. And adaptation for differentiation, use the standardized foundation as a springboard. And you should adapt message, content, and communication channel to resonate with specific industry segments or client needs. That means like when you sell phở in the south of Vietnam, people in the south love like more sweeter. Yeah, and you have to create phở, follow the south people's taste, right? And when you do not eat the same, you will be change the taste. Yeah, and that is the adaptation. If you want to sell something, you want your customer like in everywhere like your products. And standardization is when you will be remain the same in everywhere. And if someone talk about your brand, they will know about your products. It's just only one taste or only one. It's really unique. Yeah.
Hello guys, my name is Wong, also known as Bibi, and I'm going to take you guys over the contract example part. And upon this part, we're going to have a total of, well, you could say it's 6 candidates, but it's actually 5. And for the first part, we're going to be talking about adaptation, and we're going to have our 3 ambassadors for adaptation right here. First of all, Netflix. So you guys already know when you load upon Netflix, the first thing it's going to do is, it's going to locate where you are. Basically, they are trying to figure out where your region is to recommend like the best show that they could within your region. Of course, with that, it is a perfect example for adaptation, and along with that, it can also cooperate with many more services such as VPN to help changing up your recommendation. The next part, our next candidate is McDonald's, and this one is pretty much self-explanatory. You guys already know, which a lot of foodies such as me already knew that in different places in the world, McDonald's is gonna have, a different menu item, such as they have a mixed spaghetti, which is currently being served in the Philippines. They have numerous wraps serving in Mexico, and in Vietnam or any other Southeast Asian country, they have rice served along with their other menu item. And Coca-Cola is a special example. So right now, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it in a later part. We're going to move on a bit to standardization. Right here, we also have three candidates, and as you can see, Coca-Cola appears again. Like I said, we're going to talk about this part later. Our first candidate for standardization is Jollibee. And why did I put standardization, one of the candidates, as Jollibee? Is because in many different places, in different regions, Jollibee's menu items remains the same. They does not change anything at all. Their menu items is still the same. They pop that with their unique flavor as a mix of Filipino and American cuisine mixed together and created their iconic brand. And up till right now, there are still no changes to their operation. They are still there, still serving the same thing over and over. Our next candidate on contracts to Netflix, we have Crunchyroll. On Crunchyroll, why did I put it here? It's pretty self-explanatory. Crunchyroll does not locate where you are. When you load it into the website or the app itself, everywhere in the world, you're gonna be greeted with the same show. The app does not recommend you based on where you are. It recommends you based on the popularity, and it does not change anything. Their service is still there. They are still showing us animation that comes from Japan. That does not change whatsoever. However, if I say it's from Japan, it doesn't work like that. But it's basically all the animated show are on Crunchyroll. And for the last part, we're going to talk about Coca-Cola, which is our special candidate. And if you roll back to the adaptation, we know that Coca-Cola today are adapting to numerous regions in the world. I'll give you a small example for that. In Mexico, Coca-Cola is actually sweeter since they put in a much more sweet ingredients in that, such as sugar, basically like that. And in some other country, such as Japan, they're gonna have special flavors such as sakura cherry flavor. And moving back to standardization, why we put it here as well? Because they actually split it, Coca-Cola Classic, as a different thing. And it is served for people who only loves the classic flavor, and it is still there serving it in every part of the world, the same flavor. And that is pretty much the contract example, and I'm gonna show you guys.
For watching, and our reference will be added on power slide, and we have already mentioned about the definition, also the application of standardization and adaptation in B2B marketing, and we also answer the 2 questions in the case study. But I regret that we cannot record this ending scene together because of our illness due to the climate change in Vietnam, and my voice, I lost my voice right now, and I just talk this like this, and I will tune my voice. So thank you very much for your listening. If you have any feedback, if you have any want to tell us something, you can comment in this video on YouTube. Thank you.
Thank you for your watching.